Hey everyone, this is Kellen from electricwheelchairsusa.com. In this video, we want to introduce to you a new scooter to the industry. It's called the SuperHandy Explorer. So the company's called SuperHandy. They actually have made a lot of power tools and like leaf blowers and snow blowers, and the battery that you use for these scooters and electric wheelchairs that they also are the same batteries you use for all of those devices, which is pretty cool. And you'll see they're really small batteries. What I like about the scooter is it can support 350 pounds of weight. It has a high ground clearance, and we'll show you that here in a second. And it's really affordable, which is the other thing that I like about it. Now, before we get into the video, I wanted to let you know we are giving away a free mobility scooter. We're doing this monthly. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, leave a comment on any video. It could be this video or any video on our channel. Once you do those two things, you'll be entered into the drawing for our next giveaway. So, really easy way to win a free mobility scooter. We have some videos on our channel showing some of the past winners, so you can see the people that have won already. So we're excited to do that and give back to our community. So as you can see, the scooter is really broken down into two parts. It's pretty unique in the way that it disassembles. So if you notice, this is the front wheel where the tiller is. Got this beefy suspension right here. And the front wheels are kind of tilted up, but they're locked into place. So here's how you release it. And it's locked into place that way. But I need it's like a D clip, or they call it a C clip or a D clip. I can't remember what they call it, but this is what it looks like. And I just have to extend the tiller up like that, and then slide this through to the other side, just like that. So now that's secured. Now you also have these two D clips that are for the seat. Seat, you can adjust the height, these two notches. So since I'm riding this, I'm a tall rider, I'm going to set these at the clip that is higher. So you really just slide it through like this on each side. And then once I do that, I just slide it down, and you'll see that there's a little divot here, and it just goes right into there like that. And then after you do that, you want to just clamp it into place. You do that on each side. And now we got the seat on. So now we've assembled the scooter. Now, if you notice, the scooter rolls, right? So the scooter does not have electromagnetic brakes, which is something you need to be aware of. So to operate the scooter, like most mobility scooters are going to have electromagnetic brakes, where when you let off the throttle, the brakes will automatically engage. But on this scooter, we don't have that. We just have a hand brake. So this is how you have to brake the scooter, and then there's disc brakes here on the back. So when you're using the brake, it clamps onto these discs, kind of like a bicycle. So I'll show you some of the features as far as the controls. So you have a power button here. I just hold that down for about a second or two. Now it's powered on. So you have the D1 position. If I hit it once, it goes to D2. So D2 is the more of the top speed position. D1 is a lower speed. And if I hit it again, that's the reverse button. So I'll put it to D2. I always like to put it on the faster speed option on all the scooters that I ride. Here's your battery gauge. We have it fully charged. This is your throttle. This is how you accelerate. Here's your handbrake. If you don't want it to roll, you squeeze the brake, and then this is more of like a parking brake. So now it's not going to move. You got a horn, and you also have a headlight. So the headlight is right there. It's underneath this basket. It's kind of hard to see, I've noticed. I think you could probably adjust the light. So right now it's adjusted right here. I think you can probably turn it upside down so the light is more down here so it doesn't interfere with this basket. So this basket comes standard. Got a little bit of storage here on the side there, and then it also has this under seat storage basket too. So decent amount of storage on this. Just push the button. You can see this is how you can quickly tell what the battery life is. This is the charging port for it, right here where my thumb is. You can also purchase additional batteries for these. And those additional batteries, it's the same size. It's a little bit bigger, but it has a 10-mile battery range for those. You can actually purchase as many of these as you want. So if you wanted to purchase so the standard batteries, right? There's gonna be 2 of these that have a 5-mile battery range on each, but the additional batteries have a 10-mile battery range. They're reasonably priced lithium batteries. All of them are airline approved. And then let's say you purchased a bunch of them. You know, you could put like several in here if you really wanted to, just so you have like a ton of battery range. But honestly, 10-mile battery range is pretty good. The seat, no armrest on this, but it is a very wide seat. Seat width, we're at 18 inches in width, and then it is 17 inches in depth. Now, as far as the ground clearance, it's listed at 6 inches. It's actually a little more. It's probably about 6.5, but that's only in this part of the scooter. If you were to take the ground clearance here, I factored into like the lowest point, it's about 3.5 inches. And then on the back, this bar would get in the way. It's about 3.5 on this too, so still pretty good. Tires are pneumatic, so we got 8-inch on the front, 10 inches on the back. So a couple other things about it. I think I mentioned before, 350 weight capacity, top speed is 6.2 miles per hour. Once you remove the seat on this, the rest of the scooter with the batteries in is about 48 pounds. With the seat on, it's about 64 pounds. The dimensions, so the unfolded dimensions in length, 42.3 inches in length, 22 inches in width, and 38.2 inches in height. For reference, I am 6'4" in height. And if I sit on this, you'll see how it fits me. Now, the seat doesn't slide forward or backward. It's not adjustable. The tiller is adjustable. So I can adjust the tiller towards me a little bit and then just lock it into place. But, you know, I got plenty of leg room here. I can even adjust it a little bit more. And then you can adjust the height. So it's like a telescoping tiller. So I can bring it down or up. And then you clamp it into place. So pretty good. As far as the suspension, I think the suspension is really nice to have on this. So you can kind of see the give it has. It's pretty good for a portable scooter. Most other mobility scooters that can support 350 pounds of weight are probably, a lot of them are like double the price of this. This is priced really well. Another really unique thing is the motor is actually in this hub right here, which is really unique. So there's no motor underneath, there's no motor in the back, it's just in this wheel. So there's not in this wheel, but only in this one. So that's pretty unique. I haven't seen that before.
Hey, just wanted to interrupt real quick. We do have a catalog of all of our top sellers. It's not all of our products, but a lot of our top selling products. And if you'd like a copy of this, all you need to do is call us, provide your information, and it takes about 10 days to get to you. Or alternatively, you can just go to the top of our website, click on free catalog, fill out your information, and we'll get it submitted. Now back to the video.
Let's take it for a little spin. I'm gonna show you how it performs in the grass. All right, so let's put it on that top speed, and I'm gonna kind of accelerate. I think if the grass is level, you're not going over like bumpy terrain. I mean, it can do okay on bumpy terrain, but I feel like the grass still needs to be kind of level. And then also, if you have balance issues, because the scooter sits up so high, I'd be kind of cautious of that. So yeah, because it's like a taller scooter, if you have balance issues, something that you should be aware of when you're, as far as being able to lift your foot to get on and off. I think that's important. And then also, because there's no electromagnetic brakes, it's still going to move. So if you're trying to like get out of the seat, you have to make sure you put the parking brake on so it doesn't move, and that way you can easily get out. If you don't put it on, you might try to get out and it'll just roll away, and that's something you need to be aware of. But the price point, weight capacity makes up for it, I think. All right, so go in the grass. I've noticed too, riding this, that it says the top speed's 6.2 miles per hour. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's a little bit lower than that. And it definitely has like a, almost like a governor on it. So like if I'm fully accelerating, like it speeds up and then it levels out right here. So if I let off of this throttle, it's going to keep accelerating until I use the brake. Now I'll also point out, these brakes will probably, through time, you'll probably have to tighten these, which are very easy to do. You can easily tighten these on your own. But I would assume the more you use this handbrake, you'll probably have to tighten it more. Now let me put it into reverse. I like this. So you go in reverse, it goes 2 miles per hour. It doesn't beep when you back up, which is annoying to a lot of people. Me too. I think it's very annoying. So here's the one speed, or the one setting. It almost, when you first accelerate, it almost feels like it's going to take off and really, get some speed, and then it just kind of levels out and it won't go any faster than that. So here's 1, and I'll set it to 2. It's almost as if like it accelerates quickly. So if I were to accelerate initially and then let off the throttle, I feel like it's going to kind of gain some momentum. So let's try that actually. That didn't really work the way I thought it would. Go in some grass here again. Now the SuperHandy brand is a newer brand, and we've been carrying them for a brief period here. We've done pretty well. Customers have had really good feedback about their scooters and their power wheelchairs. People like the price. They're all airline approved, and it's just a really nice, affordable option. All right, so a couple other things. When you first get it, there's a little bit of assembly, not too bad. But I'll tell you what we had to do. So we had to attach the seat onto this piece right here that goes into these posts. Now this is we also had to attach this, which is the additional battery where the storage is. You can install it on the other side if you wanted to put it here so you can reach underneath your seat to grab it. Had to put on the wheels. I think these rear wheels we had to put. Nope, I think it was these front wheels we had to put these on. So these are already on. So I had to do that. Also had to tighten some of these bolts. So make sure you have a set of tools, like some wrenches, to be able to adjust these. But that's really it. Didn't take long to assemble, pretty simple. But yeah, all around, I think it's a nice scooter. I think it's going to do well in the coming year. So if you're just looking for something, needs simple mobility just to get around, this is a good option. I envision this to be something good for, like, if you broke your leg, to help you kind of get around. But I like it. Their support's been fantastic so far. We have not had any issues as far as people calling us about anything going wrong and utilizing the warranty, but their support has been fantastic. So I envision that their warranty and getting taken care of will not be an issue either. But so far, we've been really happy with this brand. So if you have any questions about the Explorer or any of these other SuperHandy products, give us a call. We have other videos coming out showcasing the other ones, and I think you're really going to like them. Feel free to give us a call. We're open every day. Our agents are standing by. Our number is 1-800-682-9444, or just visit us at electricwheelchairsusa.com. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.